Hello, and welcome to the Vibe, a show where we go with the flow. I'm your co-host, Olivia Jensen, and you know who these fine women are. Social media powerhouse and wife of R&B artist Drake, Shayna Graham, and the one, the only, Karis Allen, president of the LA Rams. Honestly, guys, I don't even know how you find the time to do the show. How on earth do you guys make it work at home? On the show today, we'll talk about everything from Sparky, the LU mascot, to what's happening on the LU pitch with A-Sun Foe, FGCU, and even recap the Liberty football game against Maine. All that and more when we get back.
The third member of our broadcast crew at ice level, Olivia Jensen. Go ahead, Olivia.
Thanks, guys. Well, yesterday's game wasn't a blowout by any means. It was actually a very physical matchup, and I caught up with junior Ford Hatchett of the Syracuse Orange. He said his team was confident coming into this weekend, but not overconfident, and that's been a major key for them. With that being said, I think there's a mutual understanding between both teams that no results are guaranteed today. Head coach Kirk Handy of the Liberty Flames said his team's not even thinking about yesterday's win. They're only thinking about what they can clean up, and for them, that'll be minimizing defensive turnovers. Guys?
Thank
Bolton quite a bit on this broadcast. Hannah, we're not the only ones talking about Joe Bolton, though, and Olivia has more on that.
Thanks, Kyle. Well, it's Friday, which means that Joe Bolton week is coming to an end. And I say Joe Bolton week because yesterday was her 21st birthday, and earlier this week she was selected as the Big East Offensive Player of the Week. Bolton is now one of 7 players in program history with 25 or more career goals and the only active player to hold that record. We look forward to seeing more from Bolton throughout the rest of the season into postseason play. Kyle?
Olivia?
Hey, Coach, we're so happy to have you back with us this weekend. What have you seen change the most since your time coaching here from 85 to 93?
By far the biggest thing is there's a rink here. We had to drive to Roanoke, and we played in 2 different rinks, including the Civic Center. So this facility and the scoreboard up there, and we had this many fans out, but they would go to Roanoke for it. So this occasion right here is the best.
Wow, that's awesome. Coach, having you back, I know is special to so many people here. What makes you the most proud watching this team play? As far as being physical but staying away from the penalties.
Well, there's a lot of mystery calls out here, and there's some that I thought should be called. So, honestly, we have to forget about the referees and just play our game. And we got a big 2 points.
Coming up after the break, we've got Kylie Jenner in the hot seat to spill all the tea on why she hid her pregnancy. We'll be back right after this short break. For some, athletics end before college, and for others, it's where they truly begin. Some of the greatest stories ever told are about college athletes, but it's not always the fact that they got there, but the real story lies in how. For freshman Cade Robinson, the grind got him to where he was today. College was always in the plan, but Liberty football wasn't.
So it all started in my junior year of high school. I had a pretty good season, and that's when Liberty first reached out to me. And then I was getting some attention from other D1 schools as well, until I got sick my senior year of high school, and then I lost a lot of that attention, and then the only thing I was really getting was Division II looks. Towards the end of the process, I had to make a commitment to a school, and there was a few on the board, but there wasn't a school I really wanted to go to. They offered good scholarship money, but it's not where I felt led to go. And then on the last day before I had to make a decision, Liberty called me and asked me if I wanted to come for a visit, where they offered me a preferred walk-on spot. And then with that walk-on spot, with that visit, I just felt led to come here. And I realized that finances weren't going to be an option, that God had a plan for me, and that God was going to handle the money aspect of things. So I just felt led to come here, and that's when I started on the football team here. When I first came here, I guess, I didn't really expect much of anything. I'm just a walk-on kid. I'm a young kid, but as soon as I got here, even the oldest players, the best players, they all welcomed me in. And everyone is like so strong and so tightly connected that I was immediately connected, and I felt bonded with every single one on the team.
The guys on this team will tell you they see no difference between a guy on scholarship and one who walks in scholarship free and shows that he deserves to be here just like everybody else. As for Robinson, he'll continue to give his all to Liberty football in hopes that his time will come. Well, if you grew up watching sports, you're probably familiar with shows like SportsCenter and others just alike. Well, here at Liberty University, our version of SportsCenter is called Game On, except we added a twist, incorporating faith into all of our stories. I recently was able to catch up with the newest addition to Game On's team, reporter Emily Austin.
I've always known that I wanted to be a sports reporter, but I didn't realize how much I would fall in love with finding stories on athletes. And Game On gives you the platform to share those stories and the purpose of some of these athletes, and that's kind of our motto here at Game On, is the stories, the purpose, the flames. And I just think it's such a unique opportunity and such a rare platform that we have here at Liberty with Game On. What's so cool about Game On, and one of the reasons why I was so excited to join this staff, was that we get to not only be around student athletes and coaches, but we get to share about their walk with Christ. And that is just the dream job for me. I mean, obviously I love doing the sideline reporting and the live game action. That's what brought me into this industry. But the more time I've spent in the last decade of being in sports reporting, the thing that hits home the most with me is sharing the stories and the passion and the purpose of some of these athletes.
Well, if you're already familiar with Game On, you can continue following along and learning the stories of the athletes here at Liberty. But if you need to get acquainted with them, you can follow along on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram at Game On LU. With the Liberty Flames Sports Network, I'm Olivia Jensen.